The world might feel a bit more chaotic and a bit more divided. It's easy to forget sometimes that there are constants. Your home's still your home, your family's still your family, and all the structures of our society are still there to look after you if you need it.
Here we go. George's resource.
Adult male, code red trauma, 10 minutes.
Activate the helipad.
There's been an explosion on a building site.
Heart rate 200.
Open your eyes, open your eyes.
Imagine having to work here.
Hello, Amy, can I help?
St George's, London.
It's all gonna kick off now.
One of Britain's busiest A&E departments.
Are we ready to roll?
Carry on CPR.
Oh, goodness me, it's all happening, isn't it?
We need to fix that, or you won't survive.
Is it?
A place where life,
Would you say I was fit, Doctor? Honestly, I think I'm quite fit.
love,
You are my everything. I love you, and it's okay.
and loss
Oh, Mum. I'm so sorry.
unfold every single day.
For every bad thing that you see, there is something equally wonderful out there.
Filmed across one 24-hour period, these are the stories of a nation and its health service.
I thought I was going to die.
You're definitely not going to die. You've got too many good doctors and nurses here.
When people experience really significant illness or injuries, we see people pull together, we see relationships get stronger, and we see people reflect on what really is the most important things in their life.
Whatever happens, it's going to be okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
I know what's happened to him, but he could walk.
See the guy, these two guys in front? Well, obviously he's in golf gear, so he's ever been hit in the eye with a golf ball.
Actually, those two guys over there,
Yeah.
so they're in golfing outfits, and he's holding it his cheek. Do you reckon he's either a ball's hit or he's been hitting the nut by a club, hasn't he?
What did you say? I just heard nut.
Oh, it's like a comedy in here, isn't it? St George's recess.
A 14-year-old girl is being rushed to St George's after falling headfirst from her bike.
Yeah, female, did you say? Yeah. Okay, cheers, thanks, bye. Pediatric trauma, ETA 10 minutes. Got a 14-year-old that's fallen over the front of her handlebars on her bike. No helmet, no loss of consciousness, but she's got pain on C4 and C5 and altered sensation to her right side.
On shift is consultant Lucianne.
It's a 14-year-old who's been on a push bike, come off, and complained of C4, C5 pain. So Joe's going to stay in and see that.
Push bike injuries can be very serious. It can be a range. You can knock your knee, just bruise yourself, or someone falls over the handlebars. It can be a severe head injury, neck and spine injury, chest injury, cardiac contusions. So a whole myriad of things can occur. You need to prepare for the worst case scenario.
The girl's mum is travelling with her in the ambulance.
Alicia had taken her bike with her boyfriend, Charlie. I was just walking back after a dog walk. Just as I got back with the dog, Charlie pulled up on his push bike in tears, just saying, "It's Alicia, it's Alicia," and I just froze thinking, "It's Alicia what?" She's come off her bike. She's not moving. When I got up to the scene of the accident, just saw her laying in the middle of the road. And it was just sheer panic, horrified, shocked. She just said, I can't feel my legs. Everything hurts, Mum.
Hello, I'm Joe, I'm one of the doctors. We just needed to go through a few bits and pieces, top to toe assessment, OK? And then we'll make a plan of what we're doing, OK? OK.
There we go.
So we'll stay on the scoop and then we'll take handover and then we'll go from there.
So this is Alicia, 14-year-old female this evening. She went over the handlebars of her bike, no helmet worn. She landed face down. She's complaining of pain around C4, C5 aerial palpation and also altered sensation on her right-hand side, down her leg.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll assess her neck and then we'll go from there. I'm very sorry, my darling. My name's Joe, I'm one of the doctors. We're going to have a little feel of your neck and then we're going to see if we can get you to move your neck.
Having spinal injuries can be hugely significant because they will affect quality of life. The spine is a very important part of the body. If there's disruption anywhere, it can cause problems in terms of function, like movement, sensation, to the parts of your body that are affected.
So we're going to roll you over to your left-hand side, but what you need to do is stay completely still. And then once we've rolled you onto your side, the doctor's going to have a look at your back, and then he's going to have a feel down your back. You don't nod or shake your head, you say yes or no.
Yep.
Ready, steady, roll. Well done, well done. No.
There.
There. Was it painful?
Yeah.
Thoracic, yeah?
Yeah.
Still sore? Here sore?
No.
Here sore?
No.
Here?
No.
Here? Here.
OK, and we're going to go back down. Ready, steady, roll.
I tried to be calm and collective and not to let her see I was panicking. I was just devastated for her.
I was going to play who's the best looking person in here. If you had to. After him.
After the guy in the gown. Maybe.
27-year-old Johnny is in A&E with his girlfriend after slicing open his hand at work.
I didn't even open my eyes.
I never thought I would get someone as good as Johnny. He is a very good-looking person. And I think I am punching in that aspect. And people say, no, you're not, but I know I am. When I met him, I thought, surely you're a model. Surely you do something like that. I didn't expect him to be a plasterer.
When you see a plasterer, you're covered in dust. You don't smell great because it's all in your hair, it's all in your beard. But anything else, it's got to be clean. I would be devastated if I left someone's house and it was a mess.
There's blood all over the house. Because as soon as I did it, like I fell, just looked at my hand and it was just gushing like all over, and I was just like, I didn't know what to touch.
I think Imogen likes my job. I think she likes the fact that it's like hands-on and quite a manly job.
Stop fiddling with it, Johnny. Just leave it there.
Jonathan.
Here we go.
Come through, Jonathan. Have a seat
Thank you.
on the bed for me.
Cheers.
My name is Rachel. I'm one of the practitioners. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Talk me through exactly what happened.
So, like, fell off the stool, had me trowel, plastering trowel in my hand.
Yeah.
Dropped it, fell on it.
You've basically done that on it.
Just sliced through my hand.
Take off this wonderful dressing. Yeah, it's still bleeding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, it is still bleeding.
Quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, dear, just don't bleed on my floor. I may just grab a second pair of hands. Can I borrow you for 30 seconds?
29, 28.
Come this way. I just need put on some gloves. I just need you to apply some pressure.
Looks like you've been in a horror film or something.
I know, right?
I never would imagine I'd be with someone from up north because I live near Portsmouth, so either ends of the country.
I was expecting that. We need to put a pressure dressing on.
Yeah. We met through mutual friends on Instagram. And my friend came in one day and he was like, oh, I've met the man of your dreams. So I had a little stalk and he got a follow from me.
And I just remember, like, every time that she came up on Instagram, I saw she does cheerleading, she does modelling, like underwater modelling. I was like, God, I wish I knew her, or I wish I could talk to her and things like that. But at the time, obviously, I was living in Newcastle, she lived down south.
Arm elevated and just squeeze.
I did screenshot a couple of his photos and sent them to my friend and I was like, I'm gonna marry this guy. And I'd never met him in my life.
Sorry about this. No, you're all right.
We'd been chatting for a while and Imogen was closer for the weekend, like in Glasgow. I then thought, right, enough's enough, I'll go and take her out.
Do you want to see as well?
I've seen most of it.
There we go.
I was nervous, obviously, driving up there, but when we first started talking and things like that, it was never like a moment where there was no awkward silence, nothing. It felt like I'd known her forever.
As soon as he told me everything about his life and him and his family, I realised then, I was like, oh, I feel like we've had like the same life so far. And I was like, it's a bit weird.
Back in the sling. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
No worries.
You've gone through a tendon.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So what does that mean?
So it means that the tendon's going to need to be repaired. It's going to need a really, really decent washout. Depends on what the hand team say when they see you. It may well be that they need to take you to theatre tonight to do that, or it may well be that they take you to theatre in the morning to do that. So let's get you around to see the hand team.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Oh, we still bled on my floor.
Right, we're going to take you around for those x-rays.
14-year-old Alicia needs an urgent X-ray to check for injuries to her neck and spine. She's in resus with her mum's partner and her boyfriend after being thrown over the handlebars of her bike.
She's gone for X-ray. Oh, bless. I thought it should be a while, wouldn't she? I don't know.
Normally it's pretty quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Alicia. My name is JJ.
Hi.
Doing your X-rays, okay?
Okay. Oh, radiation. Measured in sieverts, isn't it?
How do you know?
I do triple science.
Oh, wow.
Alicia was always clever at anything. She never found anything difficult. I'm always getting corrected about how I speak or how I spell things. She's wise beyond her years, was very sensible.
Are you wearing a bra right now?
Yep.
We're just going to have to cut it.
No, please don't.
In that case, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine. For the sake of a nice bra.
It's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's a lot more sensible than me.
So we always come and say goodbye. We don't just disappear and leave.
I had no schooling. My childhood wasn't structured or stable at all. I was around 11 or 12 years old when we left Dad. He was quite violent. We sort of had to run away from him, basically. And he chased us around the country. So we had to keep moving.
That's it. Now just flex this up towards your head. Keep going. It's very important you to do this.
Well, when I became a parent, I didn't want my kids to experience anything that I had. I wanted them to have a proper father figure. I think it's always important for children to have a relationship with both parents.
We've got to do your neck from the side. To do that, I'm going to gently pull your shoulders down.
I must have been around 31 when I first met Alicia's dad. He was a motorbike mechanic, rode fast motorbikes. Quite handsome, Just that bad boy image that I think sometimes can attract somebody. We'd been together 4 years. I'd found I was pregnant. He wanted to be there in Alicia's life, and rightly so. Alicia was his only daughter, and she was his princess. He did adore her, really adored her. He'd had her name tattooed all the way up his leg.
So we're just gonna do side view of your neck and you'll be out of here, okay?
Alicia was always happy to spend time with Dad. They would get up to all sorts of adventures as well. Feeding ducks and going out shopping or car rides. He was a good dad, so it was good that they got to spend the time they did together.
Here she comes. Oh, that's great.
Hello, St. George's. What kind of airway compromise?
Hello, Amy. We just had a pre-alert from LAS.
Yes?
Okay, so patient is 15 minutes away.
A 56-year-old man is being urgently transferred from a nearby hospital after suffering an infection causing severe breathing difficulties.
Autopilot to call ETA 15 minutes.
His fiancée is travelling with him in the ambulance.
I'd gone to work and Jeff came to pick me up and he wasn't well. Just knew something was wrong. He was tired, he had a temperature, his jaw was swollen. He doesn't get sick, so that was a worry. After he saw the doctor realised it was serious. They had to transfer him to St. George's. That was scary.
We need to get anaesthetist down.
There might be the ENT.
I've already bleeped ENT.
ENT Dr. Katrina is on duty.
When I'm called to resus, it's normally an extremely serious situation. So if someone arrives without being intubated and they have airway compromise, they need intervention immediately. The worrying factor of swelling is that it can cause compression of your airway, and ultimately it can block off the airway so that people can't breathe.
Yeah. Wife's just in the relegate room, okay?
So this is Jeffrey, he's 56 years old. He's got a 4-day history of swelling in the left side of his neck just below his jaw. So he's got Ludwig's angina, increasing swelling in the last 6 hours.
Ludwig's angina is an infection in the floor of the mouth that's rapidly progressive and causes swelling of the upper airway, the tongue and the structures in the upper neck. The question is, where's that infection coming from?
Have they done any imaging?
Haven't imaged him, but just looked at the front.
Ludwig's angina is extremely time critical. This is not a condition that you've got time to think.
Okay, thank you.
He's everything to me. He's my life. In a month's time, we were going to get married, so I was praying that he would come through it.
Jeffrey, what's your partner's name? Gail. Hello, is it Gail? Yeah. Do you want to come through?
Jeffrey is in resus with his partner Gail. After a severe infection, left him with pain and swelling in his neck.
Hello, hi, how are you doing? And are you a relative?
Fiancé.
Okay, nice to meet you. So my name's Katrina, I'm one of the ENT registrars. So what we need to do is we need to have a really good look at you. So I'm going to have a good feel of your neck, have a good look in your mouth. And then what we do together is we need to have a good look at what we call your airway, this top part. And the way we do that is we put a fine little camera through your nose, and we've got a screen there so we can all watch together. And have you been unwell? Have you had fevers, temperatures? You've been feeling generally?
You mean since it's happening?
Yeah.
Since the swelling, yes.
Yes. Had no pain in the teeth?
No.
Or you've got no broken teeth or teeth that are infected? Or...
You would have to really look on that because that teeth, I haven't had any pain in it at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You only have one tooth?
Yeah.
Just the one tooth on that side?
Yeah, I have dentures.
Is it possible just to pop you around the other side?
Yes, and then you know what, Jeffrey, what we're doing? We are sitting up you a little bit more if it's possible.
Okay.
No, I'm helping you. Don't worry, I'm helping you. Oh.
Okay, good. First priority is establish whether the patient has a safe airway and have a look at the top part of the airway in order to see what other structures are swollen beyond what I can physically see. Thank you. So just open up as much as you can. Okay, so yeah. Is there any space for them to breathe around the swelling? Is there any pus collecting? Is there any obvious source of infection? How is that tooth?
It's all right.
It's not sore if I... So what we're going to do is now put a little bit of spray in your nose. If there is an airway compromise and you make a decision, is this airway stable? Is it safe? Do we need to intervene? And how quickly do we intervene? Yeah, start recording. Okay, so this is the bit that feels a bit funny. Well done, my love, doing really well. Fantastic, amazing, beautiful. So that's a really good view. No massive distortion.
Yeah, not
no
at all.
swelling. Good view of the chords.
Yes,
They're
and
not
no
edematous.
edema around.
Just say E. Count to 10. Perfect. That's okay. Just breathe away nicely now. So my gut feeling is what's happened is that one tooth that you've still got there has probably started to get infected around the root, and it started to swell. And then what happens, sometimes that swelling and infection can develop and it just progresses and then starts to sort of come down under into the floor of the mouth. And it lifts that tongue up, and you can see that already. It creates a lot of edema, lots of swelling. What I need to do is get you into the CT scanner, and we need to get image of this and see if there is actually any pus there that needs draining. Is that all right? All right.
Look like a mumps. Or you're a hamster.
Jeffrey is everything to me. He's very caring, very loving. He's got a good sense of humour. Sometimes too much, you know.
Someone turned me into a bullfrog.
He's always making fun, but I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Where's the princess? Want a kiss?
Whenever you're ready, so I can turn into a prince.
Jeffrey's from Jamaica. He come from a poor background. There were 13 of them. It kind of changed his outlook on life. He had a hard time, but it wasn't like how my growing up was. They went without, whereas I've never gone without.
Right, we're gonna go around for the CT scanner, okay?
I learnt a lot from my parents. They were married for 58 years. They were happy, and I wanted to be like them. My intention was not just married for a few years and you get fed up and get a divorce. No, my intention was forever. But I've been married twice. Things weren't working. It was disappointing.
Hello, sir. My name is Ian.
When I met Jeff, he was going through a hard time. He just got divorced. They'd been together a while, and it affected him very badly because he had loved his wife and his family very much. To him, it's something that he wanted to last forever. So he had been very hurt.
Sir, can we just bring your head straight? Is that okay? That's perfect. Well done.
I think we met each other at the right time. You feel that you're too old, you're past having relationships. And then I met Jeffrey. I went to my friends. We used to have get-togethers. We're just oldies, you know. That was the only place I went, and there was Jeff. And we started playing dominoes. He came beside me and was looking at my hand and showing me where to put it. I just like the way he came to help me.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
At the end, we exchanged numbers, and so started from there, really.
Okay, so we're all finished. We'll get you off now, okay?
Are you okay, Jeffrey?
What happened?
I got hit by a golf ball.
Oh, okay. Did you blow your nose?
No, I didn't.
Because if you blow your nose, it will become big.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
James.
Oh, yes. Bingo. Yeah.
So kind of feel the fingers.
I know, but just try not to think about it.
Doctors are concerned that 27-year-old Johnny might lose the use of his hand.
Hello, my name is Ring. I'm from the plastic team. Oh. So before I take the dressing down, I just need to check you can feel me touching?
Yeah, yeah, little finger, not so much.
Okay, let's go and have a look. How long have you been doing this?
Plastering?
Yeah.
6 years. Never done it in 6 years.
Is this the first time you had the
First
injury?
time ever, yeah.
Okay, have a seat here. So we're going to take the dressing down. Going to put your hands just right through there. We're going to do the assessment first, and after that we're going to give a local anesthetic, then we're going to give a good clean and wash.
Me and Imogen, I know we'd known each other for a long time, like on social media, but you don't really know a person. Besides, because social media is terrible. You're looking at things and they're not real.
So I can feel that just a bit, but it's like numb.
So our second date was in London. For the first 3-4 hours, we just sat and chatted.
Okay, lift your hands up a bit.
This person that you've met only twice in your life, and you're just talking for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's made us realise a lot of things like kind of matched. Family setup is a lot of the same. Like, she has a younger brother, an older sister. I have a younger brother, older sister. She doesn't have a dad. Her dad died, and it happened at the same time as my dad left. 12 years old.
I'm just going to give a local anesthetic.
Growing up without a father figure is massive, and I think we understand things that we both experienced. It felt like, yeah, this is the person that I was meant to meet. But you've got to work at things if you want things to happen.
Quite nasty. Cut.
Yes, isn't it?
Terry, come. Terry's my colleague.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely he cut his palmar arch. You can see the pulsation. Got a tendon there. Okay. So I will just close for a temporary basis because we don't know when the theatre space is and we can't leave your wound open.
Okay.
Not from around these parts, are you?
No, from Newcastle.
Are you down working or?
No, it was just purely to be closer to Imogen, better than being like 5 hours away.
When I moved to London, the plan was basically just to get a job and get working and see how a relationship worked. When you meet someone like I've met Imogen, it just made you feel like, why not? It just felt right.
So we're going to put your hand on the plaster.
Living closer, being able to see each other a lot more often than we would have if I was living in Newcastle. It was just unbelievable. And then we've got plans to move away to Australia, New Zealand, move away, start a life.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
But I see Imogen is my future. And as long as I have Imogen, I see the bigger picture and I see the rest of my life with her.
Johnny will now stay in the hospital overnight, ahead of surgery on his hand.
To get up early tomorrow.
Might as well start setting off to work now.
How are you feeling?
Better.
Alicia is in resus after falling headfirst over her push bike. Doctors are concerned she may have injured her neck and spine and are awaiting the results of her X-ray.
Hello. Just letting you know I'm in St George's with Alicia. He came off a bike. Charlie pulled up with his bike and just looked at me, didn't even say anything, did he? He just had like his head
he
in
was
his...
in shock.
Oh, they put her in gas in the air cow. Oh, my God. She said, you'll either be sick or you'll just laugh. Well, she started singing all jam songs.
Hello, hooray, there's a price to pay for Eton rifles.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you getting on?
Good.
Yeah? The x-rays look okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off, all right, and see how you get on, okay? Because otherwise you get really, really stiff and then that adds to the pain. Okay? But we're making slow little steps forward. Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
And we've ripped out enough of your hair.
Yeah.
You're lucky you haven't smashed your head in because you weren't wearing a helmet.
Half your head of hair on there.
So we'll see how it goes, all right? We'll see what you're feeling like. If everything's feeling okay and you're moving your neck a little bit more, we might be able to sit you up and see how you go. The other thing we're going to do is an ECG, so a tracing of your heart, just to make sure that that's all okay, because you had a big bang to it, okay?
All right.
Give us a minute, we'll just quickly do the train
That
test.
was...
You staying?
Yeah.
Right, my dear. So what we've got to do, we just put this down.
I ended the relationship with Alicia's dad, so I didn't really realise what was going on in his life. But still, Alicia and her dad had such a great bond. One day, quite early in the morning, we just had breakfast. My phone had rung. It was a family member.
Just be all over your chest, all right, love?
They said, are you home? The police need to come and speak to you. Alicia's dad had passed away suddenly. He had an accident. He had a few operations. He'd been poorly and his body shut down. I just stood in the garden and just said, how am I going to do this? How am I going to tell her? I was in a bit of shock, I think. How do you tell a child that, you know, your parents, your dad's passed away, and so suddenly?
Can you not look, Mum?
No. See where they're putting them up, darling. Silly. I felt useless. She's got a headache, I can give her a painkiller. If she needs a hug, I can give her a hug, but I can't take away the pain of the loss of someone in your life. Hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life was to sit and tell a 10-year-old your dad's passed away. It devastates me because she doesn't have a dad to walk her down the aisle. She doesn't have a dad to see her succeed in life. They did have a lovely relationship, and it's taken away, and I can't make it better. No matter what I do, I can't make it better. Oh, don't cry. You tired?
Yes, I want to go home.
That morphine's kicked in now, isn't it? Go home till they know you're all safe and sound, my girl.
Hello. How's the neck feeling?
Good.
Yeah? I'm going to sit you up ever so slightly, and we'll get nice and slow, OK? Ready?
Is that all right? Is that better? Yeah.
You feeling OK?
Yeah.
You feeling sick?
No.
No.
Dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're making slow little steps forward. Softly, softly, slowly, slowly. Yeah?
When Alicia's dad passed away, she was just sobbing and sobbing. It was a hot day. The funeral, she had made a big letter to him that she read out the side of the grave, which was really grown up for a 10-year-old with a lot of adults around her. Just that she loved him and she'll always love him. And that was really touching, heartbreaking to watch. Feel a bit lightheaded?
Yeah.
5 years down the line, since she'd lost her dad, we still have bad days. It's just those waves of grief. When they get her, it's quite sad. I think she became a bit of a recluse at school. Her grades did slip a bit. Quite a lot, and she's probably really tired. You all right?
Yeah.
Sometimes she won't speak to me. She says you have enough to deal with. But I always say to her, you do need to listen to you, and you do need to tell me. I think sometimes she keeps it a little bit locked away. I don't think she likes the thought that I see her upset.
You tired?
She's knackered, it's small.
How are you doing?
Good.
Feel a bit lightheaded?
Yeah.
We'll get you moved out of here around to our paediatric area. OK?
Yeah.
All right?
Cool, thank you. I wanted to wrap her in the cotton wool, but the only thing I can do is to cuddle her and reassure her. I never want her to feel bad that she grieves. Just do it with me. Don't do it on your own.
Let's go, baby.
The things that have happened to Alicia's made her grow up very quickly. Probably taught her some good life skills, really, along the way. So I'm hoping she'll use them tools and have a good life, make it a happy life.
I got hiccups.
"56-year-old Jeffrey has a severe infection, which has endangered his airway. Doctors have referred him to the specialist Max Fax team.
Hi there. Morning. Morning. My name's Elizabeth. I'm one of the facial doctors, and I've got Mr. Messier, who's the consultant on call today.
We've had a look at your scans, okay? You've got a nasty abscess. It's not just at the cheek or under your jaw, but it's gone elsewhere. It does need an operation, okay? And I'll speak to you in a minute about it. But we just need to have a look inside the mouth.
Just have a quick feel underneath your jaw. The submandibular is definitely tense. Open as much as you're able for me. Good. So lots of edema, floor of the mouth, lots and lots of edema, floor of the mouth.
Yeah. Right.
What's that naughty tooth?
What it looks like is you've got this abscess related to that back molar, okay? That's the last one that you've got. And the whole floor of your mouth has tinted up and tensed up with what appears to be a lot of inflammation and maybe pus. Okay. It's all contained within a space that we need to allow it to open, and we need to make incisions under your jaw. This is, of course, is an operation. It's done under a general anesthetic, and the cause of the problem is likely to be this tooth, so we'll take it out. But when you wake up, you'll have drains sticking out, allowing things to drain, okay? We will need to keep an eye on you. The last thing we want is if we were to finish and take the tube out and things swell up even more, that it may cause a problem with your breathing. So we will keep the tube in place after surgery, and we keep you in ITU, okay?
Would that be done today?
Yes. So it'll be a few days with us, okay?
I'm self-employed, so I can't be sitting in...
Yeah, but you come first.
Yeah,
okay?
I know. But
Okay.
what I'm saying to, I can't be, you understand? So
We'll get you sorted as soon as we possibly can, but we need to be as safe as possible for you, because these things can be very nasty, and you're too precious to, mess around with.
Zach, we're getting married next month.
Oh,
So
wow.
he has to
Congratulations.
There you go. You need to be sorted by then.
Jeff and me, we gelled straight away. We spoke to each other every single day. Just talking and getting to know each other.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We went to Richmond Park. I walk in the park, it was beautiful with all the deers.
It's your time to keep quiet.
What time to keep quiet?
Now.
Now?
Now.
We were holding hands and looking at the flowers. You just kind of get close, Yeah, just had a little kiss. I thought, oh my goodness, what's going on with me? It's like you're behaving like a young girl, and you're not a young girl. It was strange, but it was nice.
That had Jamaican work here, That had Jamaican work here.
From there, it got more serious. On our engagement, that was amazing. He sang to me and then presented me with the ring. Will you marry me?
Say goodbye, Tooth.
Bye.
I don't think there's an age limit to falling in love, because we're human beings. We all want companionship. We all want someone to love.
How are you doing? All right. Yeah, Leaf, come.
Huh?
You have to jump on.
You better hold that until I get upstairs.
Where in Jamaica you from?
St. Andrew.
St. Andrew. Kingston?
Born at Kingston, but grew up at St. Andrew.
Okay. We ride bicycle up there.
The accident taught me to be more grateful of the people in my life because they were all there and cared for me at the time. My mum always showed me that she loved me. She's the best person in my life. She helps me through everything. She's amazing and I love her. I'm going to college to study criminology, law and public services. And then I'd like to do a degree in criminology and then become a police officer. I think my dad will be proud of me because he always wanted me to have a good future.
I remember the doctor coming in, she said, your hand is never going to be the same again. I was a bit like, okay, yeah, this isn't going to be okay. I knew he was going to be off work for a long time, and that's what was concerning. I knew something was going to have to change because he wouldn't be able to live in London and pay his rent without no work.
My hand at the minute, I've got full movement. Still numb on the little finger and the ring finger, but honestly, compared to what the injury was, it's good. But obviously, if I'm not working, I'm not earning money, so I couldn't afford to live and stay in London, which resulted to us moving home.
I was waiting in the hospital. Doctors came and said that they had finished. He's just rigged up to all these machines. That was scary. I just found my perfect person and he could have been taken away from me. I thought that perhaps he may not have been well enough for us to get married, but I said to him, even if I could push you in a wheelchair, you're coming. We got married and we had a fantastic day.
Although I was married before, I must say I never enjoyed another day like that day. The cake was baked by Gail. She bakes very good cake. She looked beautiful, couldn't have chosen better.